Tonight, the 7 Action News investigators are taking action for you to expose problems in Detroit's municipal parking department. You could be getting parking tickets you don't even deserve.
Investigator Scott Lewis has discovered flaws with those pay stations the city uses in and around downtown Detroit. And Scott knows he got burned on this one himself.
I did. I got a parking ticket with time still on the meter and wondered whether the same thing was happening to other people. When I started looking into it, I discovered plenty of other folks have been having problems with these parking stations.
Help! Help! Anybody?
Gail and Philip O'Neill are faced with a frustrating problem, one that could happen to you.
Okay, what's the car for? What is that?
They're trying to park in Detroit, and the pay station won't take the money for any of the spots. And just a few feet away, some poor guy has gotten a ticket he doesn't deserve.
Hey! We need you!
Gail flags down a municipal parking employee who reports the non-working pay station to the city. What you just witnessed is not unusual. These pay stations aren't all they're cracked up to be. The 7 Action News investigators are about to expose some chronic problems plaguing the city's parking system. Problem number 1, pay stations won't accept payment. A municipal parking insider tells me this happens all the time. The pay stations won't accept coins or credit card swipes, especially when it's cold or wet outside. If you get a ticket because it didn't take your payment, your only option is to ask for a hearing, as this woman did.
But when I can't put money in the meter, I don't believe that it's reasonable that I pay a ticket for not being able to pay the parking cost.
I've dismissed your ticket, ma'am.
Our insider says hearing officers are constantly dismissing these tickets. Problem number 2, tickets are being written with time still left on the meter. I know about this problem because it happened to me. We parked our news van at this pay station on Cadillac Square. I swiped my credit card and put 2 hours on the meter. Less than an hour later, we returned and found this ticket on the windshield. The time on the ticket was 11:49, but it was just a few minutes past 11. I flagged down a parking enforcement officer and told him what happened. He said once he writes the ticket, there's nothing he could do. I'd have to request a hearing. We didn't want to take time off to fight the ticket, so we just paid it. Later, we dropped in on a couple of those hearings. Within hours, we found 2 other people who had had the same thing happen to them.
And then the ticket was written when you still had 42 minutes worth of time left, correct?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss your ticket, ma'am. Once you saw the ticket, did you go back to the meter to see if there was still time on it?
There was time.
Sir, I will dismiss your ticket.
The question is, why are they writing tickets with time left on the meter? Problem number 3, employees aren't always following proper procedures. When an orange dot pops up on the back of a pay station, that tells the enforcement person the meter is expired, but it's not reliable. They're supposed to go to the pay station, punch in the number, and verify that the time is expired before writing a ticket.
So you're telling me, I want to make sure I understand this clearly, that the ticket writer didn't even look to see if your particular space was expired?
No. He just got out of the car
And you started writing tickets?
and writing tickets.
Okay.
We watched from our undercover van and saw ticket after ticket after ticket written without checking the pay station to verify the time was expired. So how do you know when you park in Detroit if the pay station is working right? You don't. Problem number 4, the city is not regularly testing meters for accuracy. Our insider says they're supposed to do accuracy checks on all meters every 4 to 6 weeks, but the tests aren't always being done, and tickets are being thrown out as a result. There's also an issue with the tickets themselves.
When you look at this ticket, look at this, it says, due now, $20.
Right.
What does that tell you? You owe what?
$20.
But when you turn the ticket over, way down at the bottom in very small print it says it's only $10 if you pay it within 10 days.
Wow.
Isn't that a bit misleading? It makes you wonder how many people are paying more than they have to. We raised these issues with the city, and they responded in this email from Municipal Parking Director Shawnee DeBerry. DeBerry acknowledges problems with the pay stations not accepting money, saying they were having battery issues, which were corrected by installing new batteries in late January. DeBerry agrees that meter readers should not rely on orange dots, and if they're not confirming expired meters before writing tickets, the city does not condone that. DeBerry disputes what our insider told us about pay stations not being checked for accuracy. She says they are checked daily and are equipped with alerts to tell when they're malfunctioning. Apparently, the city isn't all that thrilled with this technology, though. DeBerry says they are open to exploring new technologies and are currently piloting new pay stations in the downtown area. Scott Lewis, 7 Action News.